Hey, Darnell. One of the signs of a good team is being able to kind of not predict, but just rely on what kind of game you're going to throw out there night after night after night. Are you guys? Do you feel like you're developing that? That you're, more consistent in the game that you want to play more often?
Yeah, I think that's when you can create an identity and an identity within your team that you can rely on night after night. I think that's what the good teams in this league do. You know what you're getting from each other, no matter how you're feeling. The system that you're playing, you're gonna stick to it, and that's we're definitely developing that. We got to continue to do. I think. I mean, that's the true test is that you can do it for stretches over the course of the season, but being able to sustain it for 56 games this year, but a full season, that's the hard part. So I think that's what we're learning, and we're doing it so far. So we just gotta stay on it.
Well, the goal is to make the playoffs, but excuse me, probably a much different mindset. Thinking, never mind just making the playoffs, let's win the division. And you guys are right there. Like the North Division is within your reach. Do you think more along those lines?
I think anytime you have the opportunity and see kind of that challenge of winning a division, it's something that you strive to do. I think just as a competitor, you want to be at the top, and that's an objective and a goal. I think that as a team, it's there, and if we play our game and our system and play to our abilities, we're capable of doing it. With that said, I think to really get to the top of the division, you got to bring the work ethic in the game night in and night out. So you can't be looking too far ahead. It's taking it one game at a time. And we have a huge stretch coming up, but the game tonight's very important.
Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hey, Darnell. The last game, obviously, both of you guys were coming off a back-to-back, and looked at times like you were both teams are kind of skating through sand. Do you expect a bit more energy in this game, and maybe it to be a bit more back and forth and kind of trade chances the way most of the games have been this year against Winnipeg?
I don't know if we want to be opening up and trading chances. I think, both teams were playing back-to-back, but I think, if you watch the game back, we played solid, played strong in the middle of the ice, kept a lot to the outside, and that's kind of the game that we want to bring each and every night. I don't know if trading chances this late in the year is what you want to be doing. You want to, we've been working on this identity that we've been trying to build, be strong checking, strong defensively, and capitalize when we get those opportunities. So I think we want to bring more of that mindset than run and gun.
And I want to ask you about looking at the standings. Is that something you guys do every day now and checking out to see where everyone is? Because things are getting so tight right now in the North Division.
Yeah, I think everyone, you check your NHL app and see what's going on within the division and check the standings. I think you got to be aware of what's going on in the division, but you can't get too wrapped up in it. Like I said, we got to take care of our own business here, and that comes game by game. We can't be looking too far ahead, looking too far behind. I think it's dangerous when you're relying on other teams to do things, and we're in a position that if we handle our own business, we'll be in a good spot when this all comes to the end.
Jim Matheson, Post Media. Go ahead, Jim.
Darnell, we're an offensive defenseman along with other things in junior. Is this just the evolution of your game now that you're picking up a lot of points, or is it playing with Darnell with Tyson Barrie, has some of that rubbed off on you, his offensive ability?
It's always been a part of my game. As you get more comfortable within the league, I think you dip a little more into it. I've been trying to develop and get more and more comfortable and just make the plays that I see, and I feel like this year I've been able to do it from the start. So it's been great. And then playing with Tice, obviously Tice is you see his offensive abilities and what he's able to do and create. So it's been fun to read off him and kind of get a second sense of where he is on the ice and see some of the plays he makes. So yeah, I think it's been great playing with Tice, and I think the evolution of my game has been something I've been trying to work on for a long time, and things are starting to come together, and still a lot of work to do.
And Winnipeg's offense, they have a lot of guys that like to shoot, especially a couple of guys on their what you would call their second line with Ehlers and Connor. Is their offensive ability a little deeper than somebody from the outside would think? You play against Winnipeg. Toronto gets all the hype for all their offense, but Winnipeg has really good offensive players as well.
Yeah, I think if you look at their roster, and those top two lines could probably go up against anyone in the league with offensive ability. So yeah, they present a really good challenge because they are a team that can produce at a very high clip if you give them time and opportunity on the ice. So it's a good challenge, and they're obviously in the position that they're in our division and been playing well all season for a reason. And it's a tough task and one that it's exciting to get another crack at them tonight.
Jack Michael, 630 Ched.
All that said about, Winnipeg's offense, but I'm wondering, Darnell, and not just against Winnipeg, but in these close, low-scoring games, you talked about, learning to be comfortable in those. Is part of that learning that, if each team has two scoring chances or two or three real good ones, you have the confidence that with the players you have on your roster, they're the ones that are going to make the plays that make the difference?
Yeah, I think if you keep it to a low event night, I think we have a lot of confidence in our group to capitalize on the opportunities that we have and that we get. So I think that's, we've said it here for a long time. Like we have the offensive ability to play with anyone, and we want to check and take away chances against. And if we play that way and commit to checking, commit to playing that hard game, I think our team knows that we're capable of playing with anyone.
And then one of the things your teammates have said in recent weeks is they've noticed difference from last year to this year. When you don't have your A-plus game, maybe like Thursday, there isn't as much of a drop-off as there used to be. In other words, even your average game is good enough to win on most nights. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, for sure. I think there are nights in the season where you're not going to always feel great. And having the ability to kind of notice those nights and, instead of trying to tiptoe around it, just, facing it head on and know, that's not that you're not feeling it that night, but, what else can I bring? And our team has found a way to do that. And those are the good teams in the league. They can win on, their B nights, and it doesn't always have to be their A nights. And for us, that's a part of our identity that we need to continue to grow.